Hi, my name's Aaron Hoosier. I am an HR manager with MR, and I've been here for about a year and a half now. As some of you might have already had some interactions with me, I handle the I-9 and also some of the recruitment, but particularly I handle new employee orientations. I am one of the trainers today who has the pleasure of guiding you through some key culture points for our company. So far, you've already gone through your culture and mission training, and you have as well met all the department heads throughout the company and also some of the key staff. We hope that that will introduce you to some people, so that way when you're navigating over the next year, you'll meet some friendly faces. Feel free to say hello to them, talk to them. We are an open and inviting organization, and we expect collaborations at every part and every link. There is not a rigid hierarchy here. Everyone is a collaborator. I want to talk to you about the reason why we're here today. We are all about effective communication, and we believe in it so strongly that we are dedicating this training to it. We want you guys to understand what that looks like for us. But before we get started with that, I wanted to talk about where we've been. You're going to see this slide a lot throughout the training. Each trainer is going to give you a piece of the puzzle. Today, my piece is adding to our story. And as you already know, in 2020, the first mod design was made. What you don't know is that our company was founded on $398.83. That's exactly how much our founder had when he started this company. Here's the good news. In 2023, he was able to land our very first Z01 contract, and we had our first $1 million year. In 2025, we opened Factory One. You've toured that this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. And you've also got a chance to look at our Rovo 398 model. And something tells me, I bet you know why we named it that. This year, in our first quarter, we have hit $20 million in sales. And we are projected to end our fourth quarter with about $75 million. We're trending that way. We're hoping, knock on wood, that everything stays in line. And guys, just letting you know, I have a dog, and I probably shouldn't have knocked on the door. So, why is communication important to us? Communication is the glue that holds everything together. Effective communication is what keeps us strategic and helps us grow. This is what's driven the growth. Communication drives our project accuracy and efficiency. It supports our teams and collaborations. It ensures safety and compliance, and it builds a professional culture. If you just noticed, all I've done is repeated what our core values are. You're going to see this repeated in a lot of different ways throughout your training because we're serious about this core values. Everything we do ties back to it. Let's talk about communication strategies. We have two major strategies here at MR. One is direct and one is indirect. Direct fosters clear and efficient and precise communication. Indirect is tactful and relationship focused. I want y'all to understand the difference because it's about how you do something and how you interact where the nuances come in. Direct is person to person or group to group. You're sharing out information, you're making it happen. Indirect communication is when you need to be tactful, you need to be respectful, you need to focus on relationships. It's a little bit of a softer touch. I'm going to give you some examples later on to help you understand that, but I want you to think about it this. You come into a meeting, you don't have your file on you, and I look at you and I say, you come to this meeting unprepared, what's wrong with you? Number one, highly inappropriate. If that happens, you need to come to me. Number two, that's a very direct thing, and that happened in front of all your peers. That's not what we should do, and what your manager has been trained to do. Instead of doing that, he or she should do this. Hey everybody, just a real quick recap. I want you all to realize that it's very important for us to come fully prepared and at least 15 minutes early, and to ensure that we have all the materials that we need to be able to facilitate the meeting. Because without it, it causes delays. That's addressed to the whole room, and it's not singling out one person. Both are essential for success. Let's talk about direct communication and action. As y'all were touring the departments, I'm sure that you noticed that the engineering department spends a lot of time collaborating with the supply chain. Today there was a little bit of issues. Y'all got a full eye view of what that looks like. You saw a lot of people interacting via Slack channels, and you noticed that things were going a mile a minute. We use direct communications, IMs, and everything else when we need clarity, when we need to make sure the assignments are clear, and we need fast responses. The key benefit of doing this is that it provides clarity, efficiency, and accountability. Indirect communication and action. This is used in conflict or sensitive feedback. It preserves dignity and trust. And the key benefits is that it creates diplomacy and cultural sensitivity. We have a lot of people, every walk of life, coming from all over the globe and every generation. And we are a collective group of people. We want to be mindful of how we interact with each other. And we want to try to do our best to put our good intentions forward. When do we use each method? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to tell you how old school I am. I prefer to pick up the phone or to just walk over to somebody and talk to them. And I got to tell you something. That's not the most effective, and that's also not the most friendly way of doing that, because by me picking up the phone and forcing somebody to get on the phone, or me going down there and getting at their desk right then and there, I'm forcing them to engage with me, stop whatever they're doing, because remember, we don't like multitasking here. We need full attention when you're meeting with someone. It's about respect. So I'm forcing that on them. Here's a better way, and this is something that I always recommend doing. If you need documentation and it's about compliance, or it's a vendor update, or it's an update that you need to be able to make sure that you have your ducks in a row, or you're collecting information, or it's something that can wait, send an email. Obviously, keep it professional, keep it supportive, but when in doubt, send it out. If you need help immediately and you cannot wait, it's an I-9 situation, and some of you I've already IM'd you, so check your Slack. IMs are the answer. Also, daily teamwork. If you see somebody doing something great, say it. Reach out to them. That's how we pay into the bank. And what we mean by paying into the bank, we're talking about building relationships that matter, not transactional, hey, what is this, what is that? It's so cold, and that's not who we are. I always recommend combining both a quick chat and a quick little email, but I want to tell y'all something about IMs. If you are in a situation where you have 10 questions you need asked immediately, you send an IM and say, hey, I have this situation, I'm sending you 10 questions or whatever it is, but the rule of thumb is anything over three questions, that immediately becomes an email. The reason being is that it's incredibly difficult for somebody to shoot off information and look things up back to back to back if you're just bombarding them with questions. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? Don't do that. It creates a pressure cooker environment, and that's not what we're trying to do. Send an email, but also let them know, and hey, I'm sending you over an email. Can you please look at this and get it back to me ASAP? That gives them the ability to get it done and to know that it's important and it's on their radar. So it's a combination of both IM and emails for the record. Our key takeaway here is I want you all to talk about and think about direct and indirect. For us, direct is about clarity. It's about getting information, however that is, however you do it, is a direct way. But also indirect is more about relationship building and tact. Think of emails for records. We love a paper trail, but IM is for speed. You're going to need to mix and match that strategy to figure out what the best solution is for what you're needing done. We give everybody autonomy, and we value that in our teams. Bottom line is effective communication equals success. And if you can master just a little bit of what we've talked about today, you're going to do wonderful. I love it here. I know you're going to love it here. If y'all have any questions, any concerns, my name's Aaron Hoosier. Come down to the HR office. I have a bowl of candy right next to my office. And if your favorite candy's not in there, let me know, and I might surprise you one day. I look forward to talking to y'all, and I look forward to seeing y'all grow within the company, and I hope you enjoy the next trainer that's coming up. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. So now would be a good time to go to the restroom or stretch your legs if you need to, but please be back here at 10 minutes sharp from right now. Bye.